Welcome back to the Thanksgiving Tournament Expert Division. Opening round, hole number 4. Here we're going to be setting up for a Thorn, a bounce up shot using either a Kingmaker or a King Slayer. I'll tell you now, most of my testing on this hole was done with the Kingmaker. So keep that in mind. The adjustment for the drive is P3 plus 10% max. We're using 6 top spin only. And we're playing it with Circle Drop OP or whatever you pull into plus a ring. Generally speaking, even with the Kingmaker, I haven't been pulling into very much OP, if any. So APOC 5 and 6, you'll have 2/3 of the blue ring in the rough on the left at the top of the zero. APOC 7 is 1/3 of the blue ring in the left rough, and then APOC 8 is blue ring touching the left rough, and all of that is at the top of the zero. So just pull it down until the +1 goes away, and that's where you want to be. You see here, I just barely clipped into OP. So when I just pull into a little bit OP, I'm just adding a click or two to my circle drop. If I pull in, I don't think I pulled anything more than a half a ring. And in which case, when I pulled the half a ring, I just played it circle break over power. Uh, so not a whole lot of overpower here. So the needle is pretty stable. It's not too bad. But here's what I'll tell you. Our second bounce is landing kind of close to the rough on the left, just due to the wind direction and the way, everything kind of moves to the right on the drive going through that little gap. We can't make it a whole lot safer to the left without bringing the rough in the right on the right into play. So, keep that in mind. If you struggle, you hit a lot of great lefts or something, then you may want to shift your starting position to the right a ring and then add a little bit of left spin to kind of straighten that out a little bit and give yourself a little bit more great left friendly shot. I mean, it's not bad. A minor great, you're still going to be fine. But just know, if you're hitting a double great left here, you're probably going to clip the rough. Now, most of the time, we've rolled out of the rough. Um, but worst case scenario, even if you do clip it and stay in it, you're still going to be able to easily get, up there to the green. It's not very far. We're playing a thorn shot, so still a decent chance at dropping the eagle, even if you get stuck in the rough. The trees should not be in your way, as long as it's not really bad. Uh, for the approach shot, I'm playing the approach shot at P3, 0% elevation at slider, counting rings from min, 1% per ring counted from min, no spin. So just find your min line, count your rings up until the tip of the ball guide is just touching the hole, and you'll be offsetting depending on wind strength here. If you do not change your offset based on the wind strength, then you will have to tweak the adjustment based on the wind strength. So personally, I just find that it's easier to set this up with a different offset since we're not adding any spin here. We know what wind we're sitting at, so it's not very hard to just set it up as follows. So if your wind is between 6 and 6.5, you'll want the tip of the ball guide pointed at the right edge of the cup. If your wind is 6.6 to 7.1, you want to be right center of the cup. If you're 7.2 to 7.7, you want the tip of the ball guide aimed center cup. If you're 7.8 to 8.3, you want to be left center, which is what I'm at here, right? So just touching the front of the cup, aimed left center of the cup. That's between 7.8 and 8.3. If your wind is 8.4 to 9.1, then you're going to want to be aimed at the left edge of the cup. So it's pretty simple. It's always in the cup. You're either going to be right edge, right center, center, left center, or left edge, right? Low wind, high wind. Simple enough. So on the right hand side, you see in there I had 8 mile an hour wind. I'm left center. Right hand side I have 7.4. So I'm going to aim center cup for the right hand shot. Pull it straight as you can. Too much 59 or too much 01 in either direction can cause you to miss this one. So make sure you're pulling it straight. Center the ball so that you're not adding any incidental OP or curl to this. And you should be walking away from hole number 4 with the eagle free to play. I said most of my practice was all done with the King Maker. So I've got several drops with the Kingmaker, and all level wins using a Kingmaker. So everything from, you know, 7-1 to 9-1, I've dropped here without any issue. So good luck, everyone. Hope you get it, and we'll catch you on the next one. P3 0% at slider for the approach.